definitive blueprint that you can follow to achieve success, prosperity, longevity, and peace of mind. It's a blueprint, and I followed it my whole career. It's very simple. It's three things. You just do these three things. Pay your taxes, mind your business, and keep Will Smith's wife's name out your mouth!
Hi there, and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. Charlie Murphy wasn't just a name, he was a force of nature. His presence could jolt you out of any rut, leaving you stunned and amused in equal measure. If you've ever heard of Charlie Murphy, you know he wasn't just Eddie Murphy's brother. He was a comedic powerhouse, capable of making you double over with laughter until your sides ached. But there was more to him than just jokes. There was an aura around him that sent shivers down Hollywood's spine. Imagine a man who could effortlessly crack jokes one moment and then have you trembling with laughter the next. His humor wasn't just amusing, it was electrifying. I've been in this game for a while now, and let me tell you, Charlie Murphy was in a league of his own. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? I threw a jab, and none of them could make a comeback. It was like facing a heavyweight champ. But Charlie wasn't just a comedian, he owned the stage. His stories were raw, unapologetic, and downright hilarious. Yet, beneath the laughter lurked a sense of danger that kept everyone on edge. You never knew what he was going to say or do next, and that's what made him so captivating. His early life wasn't easy, growing up in the tough streets of Brooklyn. His parents split when he was young, and he had to step up to the plate early on. His mother fell ill, and he and his brother, Eddie, had to fend for themselves. They faced hardships, but they stuck together through it all. Charlie's journey took a turn when he landed a role in a film at just 9 years old. From there, he navigated the streets with the swagger of a true hustler. But it wasn't until he joined the Navy that he found direction. Serving his country gave him the discipline he needed to chart his own path. After his military service, Charlie found himself supporting his brother, Eddie, in his rise to fame. But he knew he was meant for more. He took a leap of faith and pursued his passion for writing. His scripts caught the eye of Hollywood, and soon he was making a name for himself behind the scenes. But Charlie wasn't one to stay behind the scenes for long. In 2003, he landed a gig as a writer for a new show called Chappelle's Show. His segment, Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories, became an instant hit. Suddenly, Charlie was thrust into the spotlight, and he thrived in it. His career soared from there, with roles in movies, TV shows, and even voice acting. But Charlie was more than just a comedian, he was a storyteller, a musician, and a voice of reason in a chaotic world. He faced personal struggles with courage and dignity, never letting his illness define him. In his final performances on Power, Charlie showed the world what true resilience looks like. Despite his illness, he continued to chase his dreams, leaving behind a legacy that will never be forgotten. So here's to you, Charlie Murphy. Thank you for the laughs, the memories, and the inspiration. You may be gone, but your spirit lives on forever. Charlie Murphy's impact on the entertainment industry was undeniable, but his legacy extended far beyond the stage and screen. He was a multifaceted talent who left an indelible mark on comedy, music, and beyond. Growing up in Brooklyn, Charlie faced adversity at a young age. His parents' separation and his mother's illness forced him to mature quickly. Yet, amidst the challenges, he discovered a gift for making people laugh. Even in the darkest of times, Charlie found solace in humor. His journey took him from the streets of New York to the halls of Hollywood, but he never forgot his roots. Charlie's authenticity and raw storytelling resonated with audiences around the world. Whether he was recounting his days as a street hustler or sharing anecdotes about his famous brother, Eddie, Charlie always kept it real. But Charlie wasn't content to rest on his laurels. He constantly pushed himself to explore new avenues of creativity. From his early days as a writer to his later roles as an actor and producer, Charlie was always searching for the next big challenge. Despite his larger-than-life persona, Charlie remained humble and grounded. He never lost sight of the values instilled in him by his upbringing. Family was everything to Charlie, and he cherished the bonds he shared with his loved ones. In his final years, Charlie faced his toughest battle yet, leukemia. The diagnosis came as a shock to many, but Charlie faced it with characteristic grace and courage. He refused to let the disease define him, continuing to work and pursue his passions until the very end.
Charlie's passing was a profound loss for the entertainment world, but his spirit lives on through his work and the memories he created. He may be gone, but his laughter echoes in the hearts of all who knew him. So here's to Charlie Murphy, a true legend whose legacy will endure for generations to come. Charlie Murphy, a name synonymous with laughter and resilience, etched his mark on the entertainment industry with his unparalleled wit and unyielding spirit. Beyond the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, he was a man of substance, shaped by the trials of his upbringing in the vibrant but tough neighborhoods of Brooklyn, New York. The story of Charlie Murphy begins in the Bushwick area of Brooklyn, where he was raised amidst the hustle and bustle of urban life. Born to Lillian and Charles Edward Murphy, Charlie's childhood was marked by the early challenges of his parents' separation and his mother's battle with tuberculosis. These hardships forced him to mature quickly, instilling in him a sense of resilience that would serve him well in the years to come. At just 5 years old, Charlie's world was turned upside down when his parents split up. His father, a police officer, continued to play a role in his life, but it was his mother who became his rock during those tumultuous times. Despite her own health struggles, she worked tirelessly to provide for Charlie and his younger brother, Eddie. As Charlie navigated the ups and downs of childhood, he found solace in the power of laughter. He inherited his father's gift for humor, and from a young age, he possessed a natural ability to entertain those around him. Whether it was cracking jokes with his friends or regaling them with stories of his adventures on the streets of Brooklyn, Charlie had a knack for captivating audiences with his infectious charm. But life in Brooklyn was far from easy, and Charlie soon found himself facing challenges that tested his resilience. When his mother fell ill with tuberculosis, Charlie and Eddie were forced to stay with a woman named Mrs. Jenkins, who was less than kind to them. Despite the hardships they faced, Charlie and Eddie remained close, drawing strength from their bond as brothers.
It was during these formative years that Charlie discovered his passion for storytelling. He had a natural flair for weaving tales that captivated listeners, drawing them into his world with his vivid descriptions and infectious energy. Whether he was recounting his experiences growing up in Brooklyn or sharing anecdotes from his time in the Navy, Charlie had a way of making every story come alive. As he entered adulthood, Charlie faced a pivotal moment that would shape the course of his life. In his early 20s, he made the decision to enlist in the U.S. Navy, seeking a sense of purpose and direction in his life. The military provided Charlie with the discipline and structure he craved, helping him to mature into a confident and self-assured young man. During his time in the Navy, Charlie honed his skills as a storyteller, entertaining his fellow sailors with his witty anecdotes and larger-than-life personality. But it was also during this time that he faced his fair share of challenges, including racial discrimination and the rigors of military life. Yet, through it all, Charlie remained steadfast in his resolve, refusing to let anything stand in the way of his dreams. After 6 years of service, Charlie returned to civilian life, eager to pursue his passion for writing. He began honing his craft, penning scripts and screenplays that showcased his unique voice and perspective. It wasn't long before Hollywood took notice, and Charlie soon found himself in demand as a writer and storyteller. But Charlie's journey was far from over. In 2003, he landed a role as a writer on Chappelle's Show, a groundbreaking comedy series that would catapult him to fame. His segment, Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories, became an instant hit, earning him widespread acclaim and recognition. From there, Charlie's career continued to soar, with roles in movies, TV shows, and even video games. But it was his work on Chappelle's show that would forever cement his legacy as one of the greatest storytellers of his generation. His humor was raw and unapologetic, his wit razor-sharp, and his delivery impeccable. As Charlie's star continued to rise, he faced yet another challenge, a battle with leukemia. Despite his illness, Charlie remained determined to continue working, refusing to let cancer derail his career or dampen his spirit. He approached his diagnosis with characteristic courage and resilience, inspiring all who knew him with his unwavering strength and determination. In his final years, Charlie continued to work tirelessly, leaving behind a legacy that would endure long after he was gone. His laughter echoed in the hearts of all who knew him, a testament to the enduring power of his spirit and the indelible mark he left on the world. Today, we celebrate Charlie Murphy not only for his comedic genius, but also for his resilience, his courage, and his unwavering commitment to his craft. He may be gone, but his legacy lives on, a shining example of the power of laughter to uplift, inspire, and unite us all. Thanks for watching video.